police departments pushing back.
I just saw police use unnecessary violence for peaceful protesters.
As protests continue to intensify at college campuses across the nation. A dramatic legal twist.
No one's above the law, but no one's beneath the law either.
After a sentence for 23 years gets overturned. And school district scandal.
As you can imagine, this has been a very difficult time for Pikesville High School community.
Of a high school principal who is now set to be framed. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Sofia Bolivar.
I'm Natalie LaRoche-Petrie. Today is Friday, April 26th, 2024.
Live from the Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Campus clashes as officers confront pro-Palestinian protesters. Universities and colleges from coast to coast are cracking down on the recent wave of peaceful pro-Palestinian encampments and rallies on campus. Hundreds of protesters have been arrested by local law enforcement.
The goal of their demonstrations and sit-ins is to get institutions to divest from corporations with economic ties to Israel. CNN's Jen Sullivan is tracking the unrest from these campuses.
Tensions rising on college campuses as pro-Palestinian protesters are making themselves heard.
Who do you protest? Who do you serve?
As protests escalate, many local police departments and university officials are pushing back. Police arriving in riot gear at Northeastern University in Boston Thursday. Protesters linking arms to form a chain and protect their encampment.
A university is supposed to be a place where there's discussion and, the free exchange of ideas. And you bring all those police in? That has nothing to do with the free exchange of ideas. It's about control.
Palestine will live forever!
Similar scenes at Emory University in Atlanta. Police pinning this demonstrator to the ground. Students holding signs reading "Police off our campus now." Others yelling at police to stop.
I just saw police use unnecessary violence for peaceful protesters. I saw police knock students to the ground.
Long live Palestine!
These college protests emboldened by demonstrations at Columbia University in New York, stretching into a 9th day Thursday. Pro-Palestinian protesters had been warned to dismantle the encampment. Students say they're still negotiating with the university.
We're looking at a comprehensive package of agreement.
On Thursday, Columbia officials saying they've added additional security on campus and discussed further safety measures with the city's mayor and NYPD. In New York, I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Changes take place in Haiti's government as the country's Prime Minister, Ariel Henry, resigns from his position. Henry's resignation letter was posted Thursday on X, citing gang violence as the primary reason. He is replaced by an interim prime minister and a transitional council, which will exercise certain presidential powers until a new president is elected in early 2026.
A scientific analysis released on Thursday released that Dubai's deadly floods were made worse by climate change. The study found that human-caused global warming made extreme rainfall events in the United Arab Emirates 10 to 40% more intense. This has resulted in the loss of 23 lives. Researchers suggest that possible solutions for the future is to stop burning fossil fuels and to put an end to deforestation.
This morning, Hollywood producer Harvey Weinstein remains jailed in New York after the state's appeals court overturned his sex crimes conviction. CNN's Laura Aguirre has more on the unexpected ruling and what reasons the appeals court gave for their decision.
The stunning reversal comes 4 years after Hollywood power producer Harvey Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in a New York prison on multiple sex crimes, including rape. The 7-justice New York Appeals Court voted 4-3 to overturn his conviction, with appellate judge Jenny Rivera writing that the trial court erroneously allowed testimony of uncharged alleged prior sexual acts against persons other than the complainants. During Weinstein's New York trial, 3 women were allowed to testify against Weinstein as prior bad acts witnesses, telling the court that Weinstein also took sexual advantage of them as they tried to break into the film business. While prior bad acts testimony may be admissible under federal evidence rules to prove intent or motive, judges have wide discretion to determine what is or is not relevant or is too prejudicial. Judge Rivera wrote that the court compounded its mistakes by letting Weinstein, who had no criminal history prior to his conviction, to be cross-examined on the women's allegations, painting Weinstein in a highly negative light with jurors. Rivera saying that the synergistic effect of these errors was not harmless. Lawyers for Weinstein, who has consistently maintained his innocence, had this to say about Thursday's ruling.
That's how important this case is, that America will uphold the laws of this land for everyone. No one's above the law, but no one's beneath the law either.
The Manhattan District Attorney's Office says it plans to retry the case. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Weinstein will remain behind bars either way because he is serving a 16-year sentence for a rape case out of California.
A boy in the 8th grade is hailed as a hero after his quick thinking on a school bus. A.C. Holland III was on his way home from school on Wednesday when he noticed something was wrong. His bus driver's head hit the steering wheel and the bus started to accelerate.
I walked, see if she okay, and she didn't respond, so her foot was still on the gas. I scooted her over, moved her foot off the gas, and I just turned the wheel and pressed the brake at the same time.
Holland stepped into action by moving the driver's foot off the gas, turning the wheel, and putting his foot on the brake. After the bus safely came to a stop, he called 911. The driver regained consciousness as help arrived and is recovering well, according to the school's principal.
A former high school athletic director in Baltimore County, Maryland, has been arrested in connection to an AI-generated impersonation of the school's principal. As Caplin's Anthony Milian reports, 31-year-old Dazan Darian now faces multiple charges for the racist voice recording.
As you can imagine, this has been a very difficult time for Pikesville High School community, Principal Eiswert and his family, and Team BCPS.
Baltimore County leaders addressing scandal in their school district. A highly circulated audio clip that sounds like removed Pikesville High School principal Eric Eiswert, now believed to be AI generated. The clip includes racist and anti-Semitic insults about students. Baltimore County Police believe former athletic director Dazan Darian is behind the audio, believed to be retaliation after finding out his contract would not be renewed due to performance challenges, including terminating a coach without approval and allegedly paying teachers under the table for helping him with his job, which is the subject of an internal audit. Charging documents state the audio clip was originally sent to a friend group of 3 teachers, including Darian, and one of those educators admitted to the police she sent the clip to news outlets and a student who she knew could spread the clip around. Darian originally denied involvement, but the police now have connected the email address that sent out the audio clip to Darian's grandmother's home in Los Angeles, with the recovery phone number being Darian's own cell phone. Police also had multiple experts confirm traces of AI with human editing in the clip and found that Darian used the school network to search for AI tools. All this leading to his arrest.
Officers with the Maryland Transportation Authority took Mr. Darian into custody this morning at BWI Thurgood Marshall Airport as he was attempting to board a flight.
With Caplin News, I'm Anthony Milian.
A new addition to the California Police Department weighs 22 pounds and has a tail. Meet Liberty, a canine working at Folsom specializing in providing support for kids and victims. Officer Morgan Sears bought Liberty 2 years ago as a puppy to use her as a nursing home therapy dog for people with Alzheimer's, but it wasn't long before she was hitting the road and repping the Folsom police force. Officer Sears says Liberty's sweet demeanor is instrumental to sensitive cases involving children.
She really helps in that situation. She'll sit with them while they make their report. If they're crying or upset, she's really good at being there for them to kind of make them feel more comfortable in those uncomfortable situations.
Liberty works on regional response teams and internally with officers, dispatchers, and professional staff who using what's called grounding or check-in techniques.
The Dolphins make their first round pick in the NFL draft.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
Panthers trying to get their top line out. Long change in the second period. Here's Montreux with a drive. Score!
The Panthers make a push to be a step away from a sweep in their playoff series against Tampa Bay. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
It's like catching lightning in a bottle. The Cats put pressure on the Bolts, who are now playing for their playoff lives.
The Florida Panthers struck lightning in Tampa. Being away from home did not faze the Cats, as the Panthers took early control of the game with 2 penalty kills and a goal from Matthew Tkachuk. The Lightning came back with 2 goals in 2 minutes in the second period. Sam Reinhart and Brandon Montour helped the Panthers take back the lead. The final score was Panthers 5, Tampa Bay 3. The Cats will look to pull off the sweep tomorrow.
The first round of the 2024 NFL Draft kicked off last night in the Motor City, and the record-breaking round created chaos around the league. The Dolphins had the 21 overall pick and spent it on an edge rusher. The Finns selected Chop Robinson from Penn State. Number 1 overall was USC quarterback Caleb Williams. He was selected by the Bears. Williams was one of 6 quarterbacks taken in the first 12 picks. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other,
On a deeper level.
Father,
cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward,
Come together.
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. For the last time, I'm Natalie LaRoche-Pietri.
And I'm Sofia Bolivar. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu, and thanks for watching us.